Thank you, everybody, for coming out right now. Thank you. You are thanked for coming out to StepFans and chill. Yeah, this is Mikey Winfield. I'm glad you're here. I got a lot of people to thank, There's a lot of people. I got Mark, I got Doe, I got Keisha Cole. I want to thank Keisha Cole. When you're on the way and you just bump one song, I've been doing that probably for the last month or so, on and off, and I've been picking and choosing the songs that's helping me to get through. And one of her songs is one of the ones that's been helping me get through. And songs are fun. Music is fun. Music is fun when you sometimes break down the lyrics and realize what you're actually listening to. Some of these things you're singing to, you have no idea what you're saying. You just like, I like the beat. Ooh, that's a great hook. And it's like that sometimes. I also want to thank the Temptations. Silent Night. Yeah, man, they knocked it out the park on that one. That is a cult classic in the Black community, and it's living up, and I've had it on repeat quite a bit. To the point where I have my headphones on and I'm listening to it as I'm getting off the plane, like it's the jam. Now, it was cool, and I've done it a lot, and I'm going to continue to do it, and I think we should all consider, I'm repeating myself when I say this, but it's that important. We should listen to Christmas music all throughout the year. Maybe it would help some of your nasty attitudes, some of you grumps that I gotta see in the streets all unhappy about nothing. Now, there are some things to be unhappy about, but there's a lot more to be grateful for if you would dwell on the right things. But I'm not here to, change mindsets right now. I don't feel like jumping into my manifestation bag. I just think I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just think that music molds, and pick the right one. I want to give a shout out to all the non-believers. Those of you that told me to quit, told me that I don't know if you could go and should do that. I want to give you a shout out too. I guess I can say this. It's one of those things. When there's doubt involved, I'm one of those people that want to prove you wrong. And I think that's for a lot of people. I guess it depends on who's doubting you. If it's loved ones, it hurts more, but you still want to prove them wrong. And I'm just one of those, like, all the no's I've had or all the doubts and things, like, you still channel it from time to time. Like, every once in a while, when someone, just doubt, it just makes you want to, like, make sure you show them that, I prevailed. And at the end of the day, some of the best advice I got was nobody cares about you. Nobody cares what you do. Nobody's here for you. Everyone's here for themselves. And, to a point, that's very true. You got to make your own way. You just can't sit here and rely on those. But when you do the work, you see the results. I guess at the end, it is worth it. Let me give a shout out. I was in this cool sushi spot when I was in Lexington. I happened to go between shows, which is not wise because you don't have that much time before shows. But when I talk about exciting, yeah, that place was lit. They had vegan sushi. So now I'm in my zone. I was coming off my fast. So this was like the last day of the fast. Well, no, the day before was the last day. But I was like, I'm going to eat today. So I waited till about in between shows, which happened to be like 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. They're still open. They got a nice menu. And I'm chilling. It's popping in this place. It's like 5 birthday parties. Everybody's at the bar. Now I know I'm supposed to get back to my show. But now I'm like, all right, well, I owe myself a drink. I ain't had a drink in a while. So then I pull out the cab, right? Ask her to put some ice in it. Now I got my ice chill wine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cold wine. And it's good. It's warming my stomach. I'm having some fun conversations, and I'm meeting more people than I've ever met in my life in this type of, in this small amount of time. It just kept happening. It was just energy, just bringing them in. So then, boom, I'm chilling with these 2 moms, and we just talking about life, and they're talking about momming and all the stuff I love to hear. And I'm like, what are you doing right now? And they're like, us, just, enjoying our drinks and, nothing. You could feel it. It was kind of cool. I was like, what you doing right now? this is it. I was like, go to my show. And they're like, what show? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a comedian. You are? And I was like, yeah, it's like over at Comedy Off Broadway. Oh, I've been to that place before. And I was like, give me your names. And they were like, boom, take their names. I'm like, go now. It's going to start soon. I'll be there when I get there. And they go. And now I'm talking to this other group. And then it's these birthday groups. And then I'm hanging out so long that I'm like, oh man, my food comes. And I'm like, should I eat? I know I got to get back to my show. That's probably the wisest thing to do, but this is fun. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't party enough. And that's what it felt like. It felt like I was just at a party. And I finally felt like work was a job. Like I had to get back to work. Meanwhile, I'm out kicking it, having fun at the sushi restaurant. So I take my food. I had to Uber back. So boom, I booked the Uber and it says 12 minutes. And there was a moment when there were some people and they were like, we could take you. And I was like, nah. And I think it was because I wasn't as trapped in the situation. Don't get me wrong. If that was my last, only option, I would have rolled with them. You got to get there. Life is about some thrills from time to time. Live it up, right? But the Uber's like 12 minutes. So I'm like, all right, another drink. And I'm like, we might as well celebrate until the Uber comes. So now I'm here at the restaurant, man. I got my food. They just delivered the food. But I'm like, no, I'm not going to start eating it yet. I'm sipping on my wine. I'm laughing. I'm joking. And I'm like, this is amazing. This is how every weekend is supposed to feel. My birthday's coming up, y'all. My birthday's coming up in February. I'm celebrating in Sacramento this year. I'm going to celebrate the whole month, but I'm going to be at the Punchline February 21st through the 23rd. That's my birthday, the 23rd. I got a lot of other dates coming up. Make sure you check them out. I'm talking about Sunnyvale, Albuquerque, Salt Lake City, Provo, Utah. I'm going to shoot a special. I'm doing a lot. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, for sharing the videos, for writing in, to going on the socials and leaving comments and ratings. It goes a very long way. Thank you for supporting StepFans and Chill. This thing is on its feet and is running, and I couldn't do it without you. Let's jump into some news. Oh, we got some news today. This is a fun story. Look at this. A woman gave birth to her daughter at 60 miles per hour as her partner sped through flooded roads trying to reach a hospital in Cumbria. Shia Musetti, 28, just minutes away from the Fears General Hospital when baby Sienna popped out. See, man, give it up for women right now, you guys. Come on, throw it in there. Shout out to women and the strength of things that women do. Now, we all need a round of applause at some point in life. We need that push, that support. But to pop out a baby in the back of the car, oh, them seats will never be the same. Like, there's no amount of good detailing that can get placenta out of the grooves in your chair. I don't care. Maybe this is a way to, get another sponsor, but you can't get baby juice out the seats. That stuff's going to seep in there and it's going to be in there forever. Everybody gets in your car. They're going to be like, what's that smell? Unfortunately, you got a great excuse. You're like, oh man, I had to have a baby in here. And they're like, oh, okay, I could drive. But that is empowering. A woman had to do it. She reached inside while she was pushing 60 miles per hour with the car driver. She reaches inside and pulls her baby out inside of the car. It says, throughout the 45-minute journey from their home, the couple had to repeatedly stop their car to check to see if they could make it through the flooded roads. So not only are they dealing with contractions, they're dealing with a flood that they don't even know they can get through. This is extraordinary. I'm glad the baby's safe. This is wild. It says baby Sienna was born at 3:30 a.m., weighing 8 pounds, and is doing really well, her parents said, despite her dramatic delivery. This sounds like a child that's going to have a whirlwind of exciting life. Anytime you're born in the back of a car, a lot of them are conceived in the back of cars. But when you are born in the back of a car and that's your story, it matters. It goes a long way. Miss Musetti described the moment she gave birth to our second child in the passenger seat of the couple's BMW 3 Series. Is that how you advertise? BMW, a car you can have a baby in the front seat. We were about 10 minutes from the hospital when my water broke. Then I knew the birth was gonna happen pretty quickly. After about 5 minutes later, her head started coming out. Oh, imagine that. You just driving down the street, people looking in your car. Don't matter. You got a baby coming out, just popping out of the V. Just looking around like, this doesn't look like a hospital. It's like, it's not. You're in a car. I had to sit up in the chair, take my seatbelt off, and pull my leggings down. Sexy. She just fell out, and I had to catch her in my arms. See, that's how. See, it's like, let's stop inducing the babies. Just leave them in. Let them come when they're ready, right? Let children come when they want to come. She said the baby just popped out, just shot out right in the front seat of the BMW on them nice seats with that nice threading. Wow. She added the chaos ensued when Sienna was born, 2.5 hours after her contraction started. We've been trying to stay calm through the journey, but when she started coming out, we were screaming. I bet you were. You had a head popping out of your V. When we got to the hospital, my partner ran out with no shoes or socks because he'd taken them off to test the floodwaters. He told them what happened. Then the midwives ran out to me. They couldn't believe I had given birth in a moving car. What an incredible story. This is great. Thank you. This is beautiful news. These are the type of stories. This is uplifting. There's nothing negative about this. You know, I need more people to have children and just try to do it on your own. See what happens. All right, you guys, my favorite part of the show. We jumping into some exciting things. You know what part of the show it is. It is Mikey Knows Best. Today, I'm going to dig into some relationship stories, you guys. Hopefully, I can help them. If not, I'm going to help you. I mean, that's how it works. I feel like the way to help the world is helping others. You know, there's been a time when you've been given the greatest advice and didn't know what to do with it. But if you told someone else or they witnessed the advice you got, it could help them. That's how this works. But let's see what we got going on. All right. She's 22. She says, my husband, he's 23, and I got into a really nasty fight a few days ago. We've been together for 6 years. Whoa, look at that. She's 22. She said they already been together for 6 years. Wow. That's extreme. You know, I'm glad that you found compatibility that young, but guess what you're going to do during the course of this? You're going to change a lot. I feel like from 16 to 23, 17 even, you change frequently and often, meaning you're not who you were even 2 years ago. 18-year-old you is not 16-year-old, and 23-year-old is definitely not 17-year-old you. And this happens throughout years, but those in the beginning, it's the most drastic times. Men's brains aren't even fully developed. I don't know what's going on with women because it doesn't matter. Women are ready for marriage out the gate. Guys shouldn't get married to 40 or plus. Women are ready at 12. So you've been together for 6 years, and they're not saying they're married. They're just, they are married. She's her husband. You guys are going to have tons of problems, but who doesn't? All right. We've been together for 6 years, and he's really been clinging on to the fact that I told him about my previous relations before we started dating. I mean, before you started dating, you had to be like 16 or under. Whatever you've done, why does that even matter? What are you talking about? We had a stupid argument about it Tuesday. In the heat of the moment, he said he deserved a hall pass for everything I put him through with talking about my past. So let me guess. So you guys get into a fight and he feels like he's owed the opportunity to sleep with other women because of what you've mentioned about relationships in your past. Okay, I'll tell you now. I'm not the guy who is like, you should break up. You know that about me. I am not pushing that. I think you should tough it out. I think if you're meant to be together, you will be together. But anytime this is happening, you have to let him go. Let him go have his sex. That's all he wants. He wants to have sex with different women. Allow him. All right? He's going to come back to you if you can deal with that. If it's too much for you to know that he's going to be with other women, and plus, he's only 23. The sex is not going to be that good. He's going to go out and give out mediocre sex in the streets all around the world, and he'll be back to you eventually. He probably likes you. Let's see what else you had to say. Then he said he would probably never use it. So he would never use the hall pass, but that it was only way to get even. Get even. Mind you, I haven't brought up the people who have brought this insecurity on him in years. All right, there's more to the story. I understand I really hurt him talking about that stuff when we were just starting to fall in love. I get it. You brought up some stuff at the wrong time. You knew what you were doing. But his comment has made me sick ever since. It's been 6 years, and I think he needs to stop using it as a means to attack me. The hall pass thing just ruined my self-image. So you've done that before, and I get it. And now he thinks he's owed it. Leave him. I don't like this. I don't like anything about this relationship. It's just not. It's not made for the long haul. I can't stop thinking that there's another person out there that he wants to be with rather than me. And that's the only reason he wants one. Not because of any kind of justice or fairness in our marriage. Look, the fact that he said it is pretty bold. There's about 70, I think I have the statistic, about 70% of relationships where the people want to have sex with other people, but they're afraid to bring it up. So they bottle it in and they leave it inside of themselves their entire existence together. And they're unhappy because a lot of times it's taking over. It's taking over their minds and they're not saying it. And now they're jumping into porn and they're taking, work trips with coworkers and they're considering crossing lines. These things happen all the time. You have to not run from these conversations. I can't stop crying. It's been days and I'm still sobbing as I type this. I work in an office and I even cry when I'm at work. Every chance I get, I let it out. Sorry. I keep sobbing every time I look at myself in the mirror and my anxiety has gotten so bad. I keep vomiting everything I eat. I can't help you there. Get a doctor, this sucks. Sucks you're experiencing a lot of heartbreak right now. And I know that when you're really in love and you feel that it is very deep, these things really tap into your stomach. So I do understand you. I've even felt very suicidal. Let's stop there. All right. Go get some Zoloft. Go make a trip to the doctor. This situation, you are 22 years old. It is not worth ending your life over a guy who wants to have sex with someone else. He's going to do this forever. And eventually you're going to want to have sex with someone else also. Yep. You're going to be at a concert. You're going to see a guy that does one thing that your husband doesn't do. And you're going to find it attractive. And you're going to think, oh man, how would it be to be with this guy? And then you're going to think about it like, why did I think that? It's wrong to feel that way. I shouldn't feel this way. No, it's natural. It's normal. You're human. The part that's not human is when you cross the line. We're supposed to have some form of restraints, but that's human too. All right? It's human. So get off the suicidal stuff and talk to somebody. Although I would never take my life. Good to hear. It feels like every bad thought, feeling from my darkest times is reemerging in time, trying to ruin me. I've never felt so alone in my life. I'm sorry you feel this way. You feel alone. You shouldn't have to feel alone. And I know why you do, because the love of your life feels like he is owed a hall pass. Well, you know what? It's like, who told you it's the end of the world if your partner sleeps with someone else? That's our problem. We think we own these people. You don't own the person you're with. You said some things in a church with a person there. I get it. Some things were said, but people, loosen up. All right. Loosen up and allow life to be what it's supposed to be. All right. I just can't help but wonder if things can ever go back to normal. What can I do? We have a life together. You don't have any children. That makes it easier. One that I thought was good. It's still good. I love him and want to stay with him, but I refuse to allow someone I committed to for the rest of my life cheat on me, especially with my permission. Mike, please help. All right, I think I've said it. I feel like I've said enough. All right, I'm sure you're beautiful. You're only 22. The rest of your life it's ahead of you. There are so many ways life can take you, and you're dealing with a little bit of heartbreak. You're a little dramatic, something you can't say, but I can. You're being a little dramatic, all right? Experience the world. Go to Paris. Go to Korea. Take some trips. Save some money. Meet some people. Do some different things. Be a whore. Go to the club. Go to the library. Go to the grocery store. Find a hobby. Tell some jokes. Do something. But stop occupying your mind on this and don't let it drive you into things you can't take back. All right? There's a lot of regret to live with. And so far, I don't see any regret that you should live with. So stop it. All right. That was interesting. And I don't know, these things piss me off, man. Piss me off when I get people fall in love and you trust a person, and often people are betrayed. And I understand this happens, but to the point where you having all these feelings where you want to hurt yourself, I hate that. It's frustrating, and I feel like those of you dealing with that, I'm going to say something, it's selfish what I'm about to say, and I don't care. But get the help you need, because, it's not yourself you're only hurting. It's the people who rely on you. It's people around you. All right? And there's no cure per se for certain things, but there are treatments for everything. And consider holistic treatments. All right? It's out there. Do some natural things and stay committed to it and do it. All right, I'm doing this one before we go. You guys, we got to jump into these animals, man. These animals be tripping. Look at this. It says this just happened December 9th. A professional reptile wrangler was summoned to a South African home after a resident found a highly venomous Cape cobra lurking underneath the pillow of the bed. They found a snake under the pillow of their bed. Stellenbosch Snake Removals posted a video to social media showing the scene that snake catcher Emil Rossau was confronted with when he was called out to the Stellenbosch home. Rossau removed a highly venomous Cape cobra from underneath the resident's pillow. Imagine that. Imagine have a snake under your pillow. Man, these snakes can't be trusted. Isn't that what they say? Rossau removed a highly venomous Cape cobra from underneath the resident's pillow. Not something you want in your bed. Rusal quips while handling the snake. The African Snakebite Institute describes the Cape Cobra as by far our most dangerous cobra. And with the black mamba, it accounts for the majority of fatal snake bites in South Africa. Now, I don't know how we found a snake story from South Africa, but I would really like to thank the production here at StepFans and Chill. You really went all out on this story. We really did need some more animal subjects, and you went to the South African news section to come up with a story that I could share to all these fawn listeners. I really do appreciate that. All right, look, holidays are here. Enjoy them. Enjoy every day. Enjoy learning. Read a book. Find some stuff to do, man. Learn a new religion. That's what I think people should do. Jump into a new religion and see if you want to leave and abandon the one you're in now. Let's do something different. Isn't things boring sometimes? I'm tired of being bored. Let's flip it. Flip the script. Do something new and share it. And not just on Reddit, not just on Facebook. Share it, man. Hop on the phone. Dial a phone number that's not even yours. Somebody might stay on the line. Tell them what you've been up to. Let's live, man. All right, we're embarking on a new year, and it's about to be very special. We all know that. There's a lot of unspoken language going on. Things are about to become exciting. The thrill is just ahead of us. What I need from you guys is what you've been doing. Just keep that up. Thank you for all your streams. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for watching and listening. The numbers, man, thank you for tuning in to StepFans and Chill, y'all. I hope you pop up at these shows. The shows are selling well. They're doing incredible, and I'm glad we could all share this together. Signing off.